for CKLA Lesson 14. All right, so today we're going to identify different spellings for the B sound. I can read and spell the tricky word picture, and I can ask and answer questions about the story, The Hike. So that means we're going to read a new story. Who remembers the title? The Hike. Good. Yes, ma'am.
Do we get to read a lot until we finish that book?
Until we finish that book, and then we'll start another one. Okay? You've learned to love reading recently, haven't you? Okay. Let's take a quick review. Are you with me? Sitting straight up, 2 feet on the floor. You don't need a pencil, so put it in the parking garage. Thank you. That'll help you focus. All righty. Let's review the B sound. B as in van. Hey guys, let me hear you say the B sound a few times. Let's do it. B. B. Billy, touch your throat. B. Thank you. Now look and listen. The B sound is a voiced sound. Okay? Touch your throat. Now say B. Did you feel your throat? Kind of vibrates a little bit. Because Carter, that's a voice sound. Okay? Guys, look up there at the power bar. B as in van. How about that power bar? What does that tell us?
We use it very often.
Right. We use it often. What's another way to say that, Chandler? Do you know? It's very common, right? That's the most common use of the B sound. Okay, today we're going to review the B sounds as in van. And you're going to, we've already repeated that several times. So I'm going to say some word pairs. I'm going to say a pair of words. And then you're going to listen real closely. And you're going to decide which word has the B sound or the F sound. Now I want to hear you do the F. That's that F sound. F. Can I hear that? F. Hold your throat. F. F. What do you notice that's different when you make the F sound?
Does it vibrate?
Right, it's an unvoiced sound, right? So if I say a F word, then you'll know that's not the B sound word. Okay, so I'm going to read some words, 2 words, and you're going to close your eyes as I say them. Then I'm going to call on one of you to tell me which word is the B sound. Okay, remember you got to listen for the word. Are you ready? Close your eyes. Nobody goes to sleep like yesterday. Okay, here we go. Here's the first 2 words. Van and fan. Echo. Van, fan. Raise your hand if you know which one is the B word. Emma, which word? Was it van or fan? Which one? Van. Good job. Everybody say van.
Van.
All right, here's the next pair. You ready? Vat, fat. Liam, which word is the B word? That. If you agree with Liam, give me thumbs up. Good. Those are good listeners. Here we go. Here's the next word pair. Bine and fine. Jasmine, what do you think? Which one is the B word? If you agree with Jasmine, thumbs up. If you disagree, thumbs down. You are very wise. Good job, friends. Okay, let's go to the next one. Are you ready? Here it is. Views and fuse. Which one is the B sound? Carter, did you hear it? Which one? Views. If you agree with Carter, thumbs up. If you disagree, thumbs down. Those are some good listeners. Great. Here we go. Here's the next one. Vain and feign. Chandler Long. Bane. Good job. Here's the next one. Vault and fault. Lucy, which one is the B? Vault. Do you know what a vault is? That's the last pair. Look at me. Who knows what a vault is? I bet you know, Caden. You can open your eyes now, friends. Do you know anything about vaults from Roblox?
Yes.
Is your name Caden? Wait for me. Wait for me. Go ahead, Caden. What's a vault?
A circle with like lines on it, and then you twist it, and it opens it.
Okay, so are you talking like a bank vault where you have to turn that big circle handle and open it? Do you do that on Roblox, the game? You're not robbing the bank, are you?
Yeah,
In Brookhaven?
Yes,
See, you guys think I'm too old for that, but I know those games. He's been breaking the vaults. Hey guys, can I tell you, I love you. Let's stop talking. Thank you, listen. A vault is a place where you put something, Liam, to keep it safe. That's a vault, okay? Because you can lock it up. Yesterday, do you remember that story we read or was that yesterday? Yeah, we reread it. The stagecoach carried some kind of a special box that's kind of like a vault. Do you remember what it was called?
a lockbox.
A lockbox. Remember it was on the front seat of the stagecoach? Yeah, where they kept the money? Yeah, what happened and what did old Bart do? He stole it. That's right. So now in the banks, they put these big vaults in with those big turning locks that Caden knows all about.
I do too.
Right. But anyway, that's what a vault
I
is.
locked the thing before.
Sweet. Okay, let's go to the next one. Almost. Let's take a look, guys. Spelling alternatives. That means a different way to spell something. Let's look. B as in band. Will you read those two words with me? Underneath the B as in band. Look at that. Read. Van. Bet. Good. Now that is one way for the V spelling. Okay? Look at the power bar. We would say that's the most common, right? Here's another one. Look at this one. B. Yeah, as in 12, right? It has the same sound, it's just spelled a little differently. Look at the power bar. We don't use that very often, you're right. Let's read the V words, V-E spelling. Here we go. Sleeve, carve. Thank you very much. That's the V with the V-E spelling. All right, guys, what I want you to do now is I want you to get out that workbook and tear out the pages that have a 14 at the beginning. Do that for me. Let's look at those words in the box. Are you finished with your name?
No.
I'm going to wait for you. Best handwriting. Thank you so much. We're going to read the words in the box. Are you ready? Okay, let's look at the words with me, all right? What's that first word? Read with me. Verbs. Hey, I have a quick question. What's a verb?
Action.
A verb is a word. It's an action word. We've been working with verbs, nouns, and adjectives, haven't we? Good job. Verbs. Let's read the next one. Van.
I have a van.
Great. Guys, look at that next word. Serve. Read. Oh, Chandler. Would you wait for me? I want you to help me read. Here we go. River. We just read this word. 12. Good. What's the next word? Boat. Never. What's a vet? Autumn, what's a vet? Yeah, you take your dog there, your cat or some pet you have, to the vet. So it's like a doctor for dogs, right? Or maybe animals, horses. All right, guys, what do you notice about all those words in the box? Think first. Think first. Raise your hand if you know. What do you notice about all of them, the thing that's the same about all of them? Sophie.
There's all these.
They all have the B sound, don't they? Okay, let's read the first sentence together, and let's decide which word best fits there, so it makes sense. You ready? Read. Blank. Run and jump. What are those words? Liam. Good, guys, let's fill in that blank with verbs. Hey, circle the word in the box so you know you used it, okay? We used verbs. Are there any uppercase letters in verbs? No, there aren't. Can somebody give me another sentence with the word verbs? Verbs. What's another sentence with verbs?
A verb is a word as an action word. If you can do it, it's a verb.
Sweet.
I can't remember that song.
Dr. Long. Yes. Okay, let's go to number 2. Let's see. Caden, will you read the sentence number 2?
When I went to camp.
When I was, let's think. What do you think? What goes well there? 12. Let's put 12 in there. Best handwriting. You only have one letter that touches the ceiling and the floor.
T.
Good. Are there any uppercase letters in 12?
There's another one. There's an L.
Oh, you're right.
What is
The L also touches the ceiling and floor. Thank you. 12. If someone had a question. Sophie.
what is
12? Who can tell me what does 12 mean? Think first. I want somebody that can tell me what is 12. Carter.
It's a number.
It's a number. What else can you say about the number 12? What? Is 12 greater than 10 or less than 10?
Greater.
It's great. How much greater?
2.
Sweet. It's 2 greater. Precious. Good. We just did math.
Even just 12 for you.
Totally. Number 3. I need a good reader. Chandler Haynes.
He will bring you a big snack.
What's the answer, Chandler Haynes? Serve. She will serve you a big snack. No letters are sealing the floor. She will serve you a big snack. I need a really great reader. I'm thinking Tinley. Tinley, will you read this one? To the what? That's a good place for a dog. The vet. Let's put vet in that sentence, okay? There are some on the back too. I don't know. Sound it out for me. You're right. Let's flip it over. You ready? Now the words in the box on the back are the same words as the front page, okay? Yes, Kyler. Which number, baby? On number 3? This one? She will, this one? She will blank you a big snack. Do you remember what we said? Look at me. It starts with a serve. Find that word. Okay, let's flip it over, guys. Let's go to that number 5. Liam, will you read number 5?
I went swimming in the blank.
Let's see if Liam knows. Liam, what do you think it is?
River.
River. Good. Write down river in that one. This is number 5. We're going to fill it in with a river.
It's 2 syllables.
Let me see you clap it out.
River.
River. You're exactly right. A 2-syllable word.
Even has riv.
Riv has that V sound. Good. Emma, can you read number 6? Do you remember anybody in the story that said something like that? It's got an exclamation point at the end. Wonder what fits there. Never. Do you remember? Who said that in the story? Do you remember? Nan said, you never can tell. Good job. Let's put that in the blank. Never. Lucy, what does never look like? Good. Write it in the blank. Fill it in. Number 6, you never can tell. Yes, Chandler Long. Number 7. Vote. Good answer. Will you vote for me? Find the word vote. And fill it in the blank. Vote. You can do the next one. Wait for us, though. Let's let everybody get it in. Okay, let's be a listener. Thank you. Number 8, Sophie.
Can we drive to the park in the van?
Van. What do you think, guys? Let's fill it in with van. Do you see the word van in the box? Sweet. That's your mom's name? Tell me her whole name. What's your mom's whole name? Benicia. And you guys call her Van? Some people, not you.
Some people call their mom Van.
Good. Okay. But when you write Van, that's somebody's name, how does it look different from this?
That's not different. It doesn't uppercase my
Sweet. I knew you knew that. All right, friends, we're going to go back. When you're finished, put your paper in the basket. Now, we've learned about 3 different kinds of sentences. Are you a listener? If you're finished with your paper, is it in the basket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, pencils in the parking garage. Okay, a statement. We learned about statements. Think about a statement. What do you know about a statement? Who can tell me? Tell me, Chandler Haynes. Huh?
Heat, pressure, and time.
You know, I love that because you're thinking about our knowledge lesson, right? The things that can change the earth. That's wonderful. But I'm looking for, who knows what a statement is? There's a clue up there. Yes, Sophie?
A statement is
It has a period at the end, but it's a sentence that's telling you something. So that's a statement. What's another kind of sentence that we learned about? Chandler Long?
question.
A question. What's a question?
If when somebody tells them something, we gotta give them an answer.
Okay, when someone asks you something and you have to give them an answer, that's a question and it ends with a question mark. The last one, exclamations. Who can tell me what are exclamations? Yes, Jaslyn.
It's saying that you say of excitement.
You say something, it's a sentence, but it has great emotion or excitement, right? Let's take a look. So a statement's that sentence that tells us something. Let's look up there and read some of them to yourself. Let's get somebody to read one out loud. Sophie, pick one and read it.
The first one.
Go ahead.
The dog likes to play
Fetch. It begins with a,
statement.
it is a statement, but it begins with a,
Capital letter.
and it ends with a.
Period.
Perfect. That's how we know it's a statement. The next one, we know a question asks something. Look at those sentences. Chandler Haynes, pick one and read it to us.
Do you like to play soccer?
Good. It begins with a.
Question.
It ends with a question mark, but the first word at the beginning has a uppercase letter because that makes it a sentence. Look at the next one. Remember that exclamation is a sentence that has strong feelings and excitement. My children always tell me, Mom, you always sound excited. So it's hard to tell with me, but that's okay. So look at that. You got to have some excitement when you read it. Emma, read us one of those.
Kate has a lot of fun.
Or read it with some excitement.
Kate has lots of fun.
Kate is a lot of fun. It begins with a,
The uppercase.
right, and it ends with a. That's a hard one. Exclamation point. Say it. Good.
It's one of
How many syllables is that? Let's see. Exclamation. Do it with me. How many syllables?
5.
Careful.
4.
Let's clap it together. Here we go. Exclamation. Not point. Just the word exclamation. Do it again. Exclamation.
4.
If you think it was 4, thumbs up. If you think it was 5, thumbs up. I agree with the 4s. I love that. Okay, guys, this is what we're going to do next. Now, this is going to take just a few minutes. Are you a listener? I'd like you to get out your reading book. Caden. I wonder what kind of question that is. Who can tell by the way you read it? Read the last part again. Read it again. Your last part, hey, Caden. What's that? That is a question. Good. Did it end with a question mark? But you made it sound like a question. That was great reading. Let's see. Who else would like to share their sentence? Go ahead, Emma. Let's hear it. Let's hear you read it. Let's hear you. I can't hear you. What was the last part? What's up with that name? What kind is that? What kind of sentence? It was a question mark at the end. It was a question sentence. One more person, read me your sentence. Chandler, go ahead.
Jack said that he could sell the coin that I found for $300, but I keep it.
Okay. Tell us what kind of sentence that was, Chandler.
Statement.
It's a statement. It ends with a
Period.
good. Great. Hey, friends, if you'll just put your paper in the basket. I've got some, I need to be listeners, okay? I need you to be good listeners. I'm going to introduce to you a new tricky word today. Okay? You can just close your book. Hey, guys, stand up. Miss Valerie says, we know that those tricky words are those words that don't play by the rules, right? Let's learn a new one. Here it is. Picture. Look at it. Let's read the sentence together. You ready? He took my picture with his new camera. The word is picture. This is what I need you to do. There's a yellow card in your box. Would you take one of those yellow cards out of your box? Quick, quick, hurry, hurry. Got it? Let me get one for my friend Carter. Notice it's a big tablet line page, right? Are you a listener? You need your pencil. Look at it. Tricky word. What is it? Picture. What I want you to do is, I want you to copy that word on that paper. Go. That's a big tablet line. Picture. Write the word picture. Then I want you to underline the tricky part. The chur. Because that's the tricky part. Why would you think that's the tricky part? Did you write it? Say picture. What sound do you hear when you say picture? Let's sound it out. P. Ch. What did you say? Ch. How do we usually spell the ch sound? Do you see a CH in that? Ah, they're trying to trick us. Right, it's P-I-C-T. Yer. Underline the tricky part, the tur, because it says picture. Underline that for me. Write the word, underline the tricky part. When you're done, I want you to use that for your bookmark today in your book. You with me? Write it just like that. Picture. Did you underline the right part? The chur at the end. Good, we're going to just use that today for our bookmark, okay? I'd like you all to get out your reading book. It sure is. Picture. I'm going to help him with that in a minute. Good job. Did you spell it right? Good. Love it. Have a seat. We'll finish up the other part in a minute. We're going to put this in the basket. I'd like you all to get out your book. Okay? We know we're going to read the hike. I want you to start by looking at the table of contents in the book. Tinley. Not now. Thank you. We'll be doing this after noon time. Okay? Thank you. Guys, look in the table of contents. I want you to look. Are you looking? Find the story that comes after Jack's tail. What story comes after Jack's tail? The visit. Did we read the visit? Yeah, we read the visit. Today we're going to read the good. Now, if the story was the visit the last time, do you remember who was in that story? I don't. You tell me.
I didn't. I was not here for that.
For yesterday?
No. Yeah, I was.
Okay. Think. We don't need to talk about it. Think inside your head, okay? But today we're okay. Who is in the visit?
Kate.
Kate. Who else?
Nan.
Good. Today we're going to talk about the
Hike.
good. Okay. Thinking about the title of this story, The Hike. Remember, it was on a hike with Nan and Kate that they discovered the Spanish coin. Do you remember that? Remember they were on a hike and it started raining, and what did they have to do? They went in a cave for protection. And what did they find there? A Spanish coin. So this is continuing the hike in this story. Let's look at the board at some of the spellings of words we're going to read today. Are you looking? The first ones are other two-syllable words in the story. You ready for it? Morning. Read with me. Finished. Biggest. What do you notice about that word? Double G. Good. Yes? Well, we're really not on the page yet, so if you'll just look at the board. Okay? The consonant doublings. Here we go. What's the first one? Cliff. Good reading. Would you read it, Liam? What's that word? Good. Let's read this word, everybody. Chandler Haynes, if you'll put your pencil down and focus. Digging. What's the next one, friends? Sophie, read with us. Running. Tricky words. Picture. That's our new one. What's this one? Wood. Good, guys. Today, our story. Oh, look at our vocabulary. You ready? What's the first one? A bit. Wonder why they had that clock for a bit. A bit means a small amount. Maybe in that example, they're talking about a short period or a little bit of time. So they call it a bit because it's just a little bit, right? Drifted off. That's a boat. That's a little tiny picture, but that boat drifted away from the land. So they say it drifted off. What's that last one? Carve. Wonder why they use that picture for carve. Chandler. What does that mean to carve, Chandler Haynes?
It's like carving a pumpkin
What do you need to carve a pumpkin?
to take out the seeds for Halloween.
How do you get in there?
With a shovel.
That's how you scoop it out, but what do you do to carve, Olivia?
Use a knife
To do what?
to cut it.
Let me see you carve. At Thanksgiving, you might carve the turkey. I don't know what you do. But carve means to cut, right? Now let's read to find out what happens on a hike. Now, friends, today we're going to turn to page 38, and I'm going to give you a partner to read with. Your important job with your partner today. Are you a listener? Are you a listener? Autumn? Thanks. I've got partners for everybody, but we're not going to read on the floor today. We're going to just go to another table, and you're going to take your paper that says The Hike, and you're going to take your book. Are you a listener? And you're going to sit by the person that I tell you. Ready? Chandler Long, Sophie Sadler, partners. Just take your pencil and go sit by Chandler Long. You're going to read the story together, then you're going to answer the questions quietly together, okay? Good. Next partners, Olivia, Chandler Haynes. Chandler Haynes, would you move right here? Book, paper, pencil, good. Caden and Kyler. Autumn, you're coming to my table. Bring your book. Would you bring your papers? Yeah, we're going to use our chairs. Thank you. Emma and Liam, you don't. Clean your desk off. Come on, hurry, hurry. Emma and Liam. Lucy, Autumn, and Carter, come to my table. Zaylin, Haven.
They're not here.
You're right. Tinley, Jaslyn. Tinley's coming to you, so you guys will be at this table. 38. One more. You got it. Okay. Are you a listener? Let's look on page 38. We're going to start and let Carter be my reader. Put your pencil right here, babe. Here we go. Go ahead. Start right here. The next morning went on focus a
hike.
good. Now look at me. We're gonna, all of us from here on out are gonna read all together at the same time. Ready? After a bit, we stopped for lunch. Look at me. Why did they stop? Good. Let's go to the next sentence. When Max finished his lunch, he asked, "Can Kate and I look for rocks?" Said, "Okay." I need you to read out loud with us, okay? I'm ready. Kate, Max said to me, "Bring your fork. We can use it to dig up rocks. I grabbed my fork and we went off to look for, what are you looking for?
Fork.
Okay, let's think. Why do they need a fork?
To eat? To play a game.
Think about what we just read on the page.
To find rocks and dig.
What?
To find rocks and dig.
Point in the story where it says that. Show me the sentence. Kate, Max said to me, bring your fork. We can use it to dig.
Rock.
What are we using the fork for?
To dig up rocks.
We're going to dig rocks with it.
I do
Yes.
that too.
Turn the page.
I do that too. I find a lot of it.
Good.
Oh, they found rocks.
Look on this page, okay? Yeah, we're already on 40. Max pointed at a bump on the side of a cliff and said, let's
dig it
that
up.
rock.
Rock.
What's that word? No, let's dig that rock out. Okay, let's think about that word for a minute, okay? Let's dig that rock out. I want to see this word, look. Where are they going to take the rock?
Out.
Out, because it's in the dirt. Keep going. Uh-huh.
Rock.
The rock did not look all that large. Look at the AR. Do you see AR? That's what we learned so much about last few weeks with you guys. We've been looking at those controlled R words. And then it's got the J sound of G. J.
Is it either silent E or not?
Yes, that is a silent E at the end. I know. Go work on your work. Thank you. You did find an exclamation point. Good.
No, we're right here.
I tell you, this is what I'm going to do, and I need you to be a listener, okay? I'm going to finish reading this up. Are you a listener? What did we learn about this part right here? Large. How do we know that's large? AR says R. Look at that. What is the sound usually? What is that G sound usually? Oh, Autumn, you're right. It usually says G. But on this one, it's J because it's GE, right? Large. Perfect. Now I'm going to finish reading you this so we know what the story's all about. But when we started digging, Autumn, guys, inside voices, Liam, we soon saw that it was larger than it had seemed. After a bit, Max said, gee, it must be 2 feet long. We need to keep scratching in order to carve it out of the side of the cliff. We went on scratching with our forks. Let's tug on it, Max said. I bet we can get it out by ourselves. We grabbed and tugged. Yeah, let's turn the page.
Yeah, we got it out. Wait, that's a shark teeth.
It popped out.
That looks like a bone.
But so did a big cloud of sand and dust. Max and I fell. What's that sound right there? We fell down. Once the dust and sand had drifted off, I saw Max standing there with the thing in his hands. Look at that picture. Do you see it? He's holding a thing. It's not a rock, he yelled. It's a bone. Good. It was the biggest bone I'd ever seen. It was 3 feet long. Jack and Nan came running. Finger under there where I am. Goodness, said Nan. That is one large bone. Where did you get it? Max pointed to the spot where he found it. Jack set the bone on the ground. Then he took a picture of the bone and said, "We need to get an expert to look at this bone and tell us what sort of bone it is." What's an expert? Do you remember that?
It's an expert that looks at it.
Guys, look at me. Who's another expert that we read about? Do you remember? Jack. That was a friend of, let's see, whose friend was that? That was Nan's friend. You're right. Nan's friend's Jack, and he's an expert. Good. Hey, guys, listen. You were good listeners. I just want you to take that to your seat, okay? We're going to work on that in a little bit. What were they looking for, Emma? They were looking for rocks. They were. Why did Max and Kate take forks with them? Who knows? Excuse me. Autumn, what did they? They went to dig and find rocks. Good job. Have a seat. How big was that bone? Think. How big was the bone they pulled out of the cliff? Caden.
3 feet.
3 feet long, and that was straight from the text, right? Show me how long is 3 feet. Wow, that's about right. 3 feet. I'm just curious. Look, hey guys, let's look at the picture on page 43. That's a 4 in the tens place and a 3 in the ones. 43. Are you on page 43? Look at that picture. How do you think Kate, Liam, are you a listener? How do you think Kate and Max feel about their discovery? Look at the picture. Raise your hand if you can give me a word to tell me how they feel. Oh, thank you, Olivia. They feel excited. Good. What else do you think? What do you think they feel? How do they feel about their discovery? Chandler Long?
They feel happy.
Happy, excited. Anybody else? What? What? They did fall down, but how did they feel? They were excited and happy, Chandler. You know what? I didn't think about that. I bet they did feel lucky because that's unusual. Do you find a bone every time you go for a hike? No. Me either. That's pretty lucky. Listen, last question. What kind of bone do you think, Kate, we got to think because it didn't tell us in the story. What kind of bone do you think they found? What kind is it? Think first. Now, these are just ideas, maybe predictions about what we're going to find out. Lucy, what do you think? A skeleton bone. Sophie, what do you think? A listener.
A dinosaur bone.
You think it could be a... Okay, listen, she said a skeleton. We learned about skeletons, didn't we? And she said a dinosaur bone. If you have a different answer, raise your hand. Nobody? I'm kidding. Caden.
A pterodactyl bone.
A pterodactyl, that's a certain kind.
It's kind of big.
That's amazing. That's a good thought, okay? Guys, you started answering the questions on your paper. We're going to put that aside for a little later, all right? Right now, what I want you to do is that last page, 14.3. Would you look at that for me? Page 14.3. I think yours is 4. That's it. Hold it up. It's 1-4, period 3. That's going to be a homework page, okay? I'm going to ask my friend Caden to walk around and pick up all those papers. You don't need to write your name on it. I'm going to put it in your take-home folder. But you're going to read this today with a parent. This is the story that we read. You're going to share it with your parent tonight, okay? Hey, guys, if your mom signs it and you bring it back, you get a sticker. Okay? It's a Christmas miracle. Caden found it under the table. Guys, look, we found the V sound words. And we read the tricky word, picture. Did you read it? Give me a check mark if you read the picture. The tricky word, picture. Emma, are you with me? Check mark. Did you read the word picture? Good. And guys, did you ask and answer questions about the story, The Hike? Check mark.